So I love to hear the thoughts of our next guest. We've been talking a little bit, but let's introduce Inna Rosputnia. Inna is a stock and futures trader and finance expert with 12 years of experience. She passed NFA Series 3 license exam and now in the process of hedge fund incorporation. Also in 2019, she received the award Leading Innovator in Wealth Management and Most Outstanding Woman in Finance.
We haven't heard from him yet, so give it up for the
Yes, good morning, Inna. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me. It's a real pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to have you. We've been talking about accounting. We've been talking about writing our books. We have been speaking about being our true, authentic self on social media. We love to hear your thoughts. But before we do that, Inna, please let us know who you are, what you do, and what you're passionate about.
Well, I am passionate about my job, certainly. I am a big fan of trading and investing, and I like to study every little thing about stocks and futures and so on. And I believe that my business is great because there is always a next level in this business, and you can always grow and grow. And this inspires and motivates so much. And besides, I am very passionate to help others to navigate the world of financial markets. And, it's also very useful for myself because sometimes I forget some things that I used years ago, for example. But when I talk with beginners, it's just a great way to remind some interesting strategies that I used but forgot with the time and so on.
What are some of the strategies that you recommend for building wealth?
Well, it depends. First of all, you have to understand your risk tolerance. I know that it sounds so boring, and that's why most of the investors are trying to skip this step, but it's number one, because people usually have a great desire to find the stock that will rally 100% or 1000%. But the thing is, it's a growth stock, and growth stocks have a huge risk compared to value stocks, for example. So when it comes to real investing, people realize too late that they are not ready for this kind of risk. And that's why it's so important to understand your risk tolerance at the very beginning and to invest in stocks or other assets that suits your risk tolerance and not the other way around.
Mm-hmm. Have you written a book?
Yeah, I've written a book, Basic Instinct of Trader, and also I'm writing the second book, which will be available very soon. And in my first book, I shared the strategy I used for swing trading and the way I used so-called compounding or pyramiding, but I developed it a bit modernized to current market, because market changes all the time, and we have to review the strategies at least once 5 years, for example, or something like that, because our market is getting faster and faster, and it's getting more and more aggressive, and we see more and more parabolic rises. It's the type of an uptrend, but when we don't have a pullback, it's like almost a straight line to the upside. And this kind of moves are very risky for beginners, for example. But for experienced investors, they give a great opportunity to profit very fast.
Mm-hmm. Simone, do you do any trading or investing?
Well, at the moment, I am focused more on commodities because the risk-reward ratio for the coming 2 or 3 months is the way better in commodities than in stocks. But later, I will come back to stocks trading again.
Absolutely. So I wanted to hear from Simone whether or not she does any trading or any investing.
I do some basic investing, but I know nothing about trading, and I kind of get things that I like that I feel are going to be powerful moving forward. And I'm pretty basic when it comes to anything investing.
How about you, Yvette?
I don't do any trading yet. Actually, years ago, I got involved with Stash, and that is a little online stock trading company You attach it to your, you link your bank account and you invest how much you want to every week or bi-weekly or even monthly, I believe, and into whatever stocks you want to. They also recommend stocks and things like that. So I did do a little bit, but that was a while ago, and I haven't looked into any more trading or stocks. So I want to. That is something that I am interested in doing. Maybe I need to link up with Inna. So maybe I could get her contact information and learn some stuff from her.
Hey, you need to get into Dogecoin.
Ina, if Yvette wants to know more about it, are you in a Bitcoin, Ina?
No, I don't engage in Bitcoin because there is not enough historical data. I'm an old school trader and I want to filter my trades to have the most high winning rate and the best risk reward. So actually, I don't care what to trade, stocks, commodities, or something else, but I need a strong setup, fundamental setup and technical setup. And when I see the asset that has strong setup for rally or decline, I will trade it. So regarding Bitcoin, I made a forecast a few years ago when Bitcoin was at 16K, and I forecasted it will drop to 3K and then bounce from that level. But it was the only forecast I made regarding crypto. So I prefer to trade markets where I have the way bigger chances for winning. For example, last year we had a very good trade and I shared it on YouTube with my followers. It was corn and I focused on big rally in corn. And actually corn gave 15K profits for one contract, for one futures contract. So it's, the risk for that trade was 1K. So it's just amazing risk reward. And for example, crypto won't offer you the same risk reward. So it's all about your risk tolerance and it's all about your style, I would say. So crypto are not suitable for everyone.
Yes,
I'm not against crypto or something. I'm not saying it's a bad way to trade or something like that, but it's not my style just. I'm too conservative for crypto.
How about you, Yvette? You doing crypto, considering crypto?
It's funny. I was introduced to cryptocurrency probably 20 years ago and Bitcoin, and I just never really got into it. I had a roommate who was really trying to get me to invest in Bitcoin when it first came out. And I was like, what is this? I'm not interested in that. That sounds crazy. And here we are, now it's the new hot thing. So
yeah, I stayed away from it.
I should.
I stayed away from it and it was weird. But when it first started coming out, I didn't really understand it. To this day, I don't really understand it. But I saw a post on Facebook that came out from Facebook and they put out a whole press release that said if you were doing any type of cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, then you couldn't advertise and use Facebook advertising to market it. And I was like, well, if Facebook doesn't trust it, then I don't trust it. But over the years, I've heard different opinions. Some people have said the main reason Facebook put that out is because they're trying to come up with their own cryptocurrency. So I don't know what to believe. All I know is that I am learning and I am growing. Did you hear the same thing, Inna?
Certainly, but I want to pay attention to some facts. And first of all, it's regulation. And if you noticed, the SEC is trying to regulate crypto markets. And I believe that if they start it, they will finish this process and all the crypto markets will be completely regulated. And once it happens, the crypto market will change completely as well, because at the moment in many countries, people don't pay any taxes from crypto gains, for example, and this will change in coming years, because look at the actions that central banks are taking. So I believe a big changes are coming, and even if the crypto will stay here forever, it will be the different type of investment and the different way to price it. I'm not sure what look it will have, but certainly the central banks will step into this game in nearest future.
Wow, we have learned a lot. We've gone all over the board today in terms of today's conversation, but we are coming down to the last few minutes of the show. And what I love to do at the end of every show is just simply allow my guests the opportunity to speak directly to the audience, to everyone who is watching this show live, as well as everyone who is watching in the archives, and let them know what you want them to take away from your appearance here today. And we're going to start with you, Inna.
First of all, I want to wish everyone to have confidence in what they are doing and never give up. Because in my trading journey, I had a few moments when I was almost ready to give up. And for some, I don't know, happy circumstances in my life, I didn't give up. And I am very happy I found that inner powers to stand and to continue with my business. And I am wishing the same to everyone.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yvette, what do you want people to take away from your appearance here today?
I would like people to take away from this episode of your show that no matter what they go through in life, they can still make things happen. They shouldn't stop just because they run into an obstacle. They should actually persevere and keep it pushing, and that book will come out.
Yes, yes, yes. I love it. In the meantime, you're helping people. They can contact you for bookkeeping services. You're doing a lot. So I love it. Simone, what do you have for us today?
It's it's good because it goes along with what Yvette had to say. It's that, we really just remember that we all have a story, and it's so important to share our stories, and that we don't need to change who we are. We need to change the way we see ourselves. And when we believe in ourselves, and we can, really the world opens up, we can start moving forward on so many different things because we feel proud about what we're doing and the stories that we're sharing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, where can people find more information about you?
On my website, SimoneKanego.com. It's a weird last name, Knego. You can find information about me, my speaking, my book, my family. It's all there. So please check it out, and please reach out if you have a question or a comment. I'd love to hear from you.
Absolutely. I want to thank you all for being today's guest on the Roundtable Talk Show. And I especially want to thank everyone who tuned in to watch this show live, as well as everyone who watched it in the archives. Just because you didn't catch the live show doesn't mean you're not important in it. Definitely doesn't mean we still don't need your support. Please go ahead and share the show. But as always, please don't just watch and share the show. Support our guests. Our guests are here with you this morning to support you, to share their journeys, their stories, and their information. So support them. Their website link is in the Facebook post, but don't just visit the website. Follow them on social media, reach out to them, send them a message. And when you do, please let them know Sharifah Hardy says hi. Now, if you're interested in more ways that I can help your business, or maybe you want to be a guest on the Roundtable Talk Show, please visit my website at AskSharifah.com. Until tomorrow morning, TGIF, 8 a.m. every weekday. Tune in, stay safe, and be blessed. Bye now.